VLR.
Welcome to the Saturday Night Cigar Lounge.
It is very cool, very dark, well, because it's nighttime, and very rainy here in the great state of Texas in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. It's a perfect time for Saturday Night Cigar Lounge. I am your host, Taylor Ballard, here on Vigilant Liberty Radio. Thank you very much for being here for Saturday Night Cigar Lounge. A very big day. A very big week. A lot of stuff to talk about. And let's... Alright, I do want to warn people from the very beginning that there are some people who will probably want to skip the first half hour. Just going to let you guys know right now, there are some people who will probably want to skip the first half hour or so. I won't be offended if you do, just because I am going to criticize a member of the Texas House of Representatives for comments that I know that there are people in my audience who will probably agree with her, with this Texas House of Representatives member. And it's fine. It's fine if you don't want to listen to my comments about Molly White. I will not be offended at all. Understand that, some people will agree with what she said, others won't. I am one of those who do not agree with her. So at the bottom of the hour, around 9:30, supposed to be joined by Fred Van Lente. He is a comic book author. And we are going to talk the comics that he has written, specifically the ones, and I'm looking forward to this, the ones that he's writing for Valiant Comics. He writes Archer and Armstrong. He also writes Ivar the Time Walker. And those are both really good books. So if you just want to listen to that conversation, you want to wait 30 minutes, just fine. Don't have a problem with everybody waiting, skipping. Got no problem with that. So let's get into the comments that Molly White said. And for those who are wondering, State Representative Molly White, she represents Belton, which is in south central Texas. And she made a comment on her Facebook page on Thursday. And I will read the quote as well as putting it in the chat room, which, well, here's what she said. Today is Texas Muslim Capital Day in Austin. The House is in recess until Monday. Most members, including myself, are back in district. I did leave an Israeli flag on the reception desk in my office with instructions to staff to ask representatives from the Muslim community to renounce Islamic terrorist groups and publicly announce allegiance to America and our laws. We will see how long they stay in my office. Let me read that again. Today is Texas Muslim Capital Day in Austin. The House is in recess until Monday. Most members, including myself, are back in district. I did leave an Israeli flag on the reception desk in my office with instructions to staff to ask representatives from the Muslim community to renounce Islamic terrorist groups and publicly announce allegiance to America and our laws. We will see how long they stay in my office. A couple of things here. First off, I would like to say that I hate Islamic extremism. And I hope Israel wins in the fight against Palestine. And the extremists, the terrorists, not everyone in Palestine is a terrorist, but the terrorists who are in Palestine, I hope they win. I hope Israel survives and thrives. So let me say that first. Second off, I want ISIS destroyed. I'm not sure we're the ones who should do it, but I hope ISIS is destroyed. And I think that some of the laws that are in Saudi Arabia are absolutely ridiculous. Not letting women drive, requiring them to be completely covered all the time. I think that's ridiculous. At the same time, and she is covered under the First Amendment, and this is her private office. To my knowledge, the offices on the state capitol are considered private offices. So she has every right to say this, and every right to do this in her office. But it is absolutely reprehensible. Absolutely reprehensible that she would post this on her Facebook page and say that she did this in her office. Because I do not think that language like this and comments like this are going to keep Muslims who may consider going jihadi, maybe not, or leaning that way but aren't sure. That might push them over the edge. Or Muslims who really have no problem with America and have no problem with our laws and just want to live their own lives. That's going to... This is frankly insulting. I think it's insulting. Now, I do love the fact that she made this comment to the folks over at KWTX down in Central Texas when she was asked about her comments, and she was asked if whether her comments were taken out of context. And this is what State Representative Molly White had to say about this.
Well, the important thing is that I represent the interests of this district, and my office is open to anyone who would like to come in and talk to me about issues that are important to them. When I am in those discussions, no matter what the topic is, I want to let them know where I come from, where they come from, so that we can work on the issues together or not work on them together.
I'm really not sure that working on issues together is by making a post on Facebook saying that you left instructions to your staff to ask representatives from the Muslim community to renounce Islamic terrorist groups and publicly announce allegiance to America and our laws, as well as leaving an Israeli flag on the reception desk in her office. Honestly, you're asking for trouble. You are asking for trouble. But KWTX also asked her, why say something like that? And this was her response to it.
Well, the important thing is is that I want people to know that everybody has a right to pursue their American dream. All faiths can come here to pursue their American dreams, all cultures, and we just want to welcome them, embrace them, and it's our responsibility to help them to pursue their dreams and to make sure our laws and are followed and obeyed, and that there's a lot of terroristic activities going on across the country. There's a lot of things going on in the state with the border security situation, and I just feel like we need to be safe.
Now, I'm all for us being safe. Don't get me wrong. And I do think the border is something that needs to be secured. I also think that we need to focus on legal immigration, not illegal. That we need to focus on legal immigration first, and then try to figure out what we're going to do with illegal immigration. Because honestly, legal immigration, if you make that easier, more people are going to legally immigrate instead of illegally immigrate. But the fact that she said that we all should be able to pursue our dreams, we all should be able to, I'm perfectly happy with the cultures that are here, kind of, it flies in the face of her Facebook post where she said that she left instructions to staff to ask representatives from the Muslim community to renounce Islamic terrorist groups and publicly announce allegiance to America and our laws. Again, that's asking for trouble. That's asking for somebody to get mad and to cause a stir. And that's the problem. And let me tell you guys something. There is a lot of things that Molly White stands for that I agree with her. I think she's a great advocate for the sanctity of life. I think it's great that she has talked about her own personal experience with abortion and how it was wrong that she had it. I think that her talking about the importance of limited government and saying that she's going to really mean that and draw a line in the sand, quoting from her website, to talk about free market economy and talking about how Texas has to foster a business climate that is predictable and appealing to businesses of all sizes, which means making sure the government is not in the business of picking winners and losers. I'm all in favor of that. The stuff that she talks about, I'm in favor of here. The fact that and we're hopefully going to have Open Carry Texas on at the top of next hour, that she supports the passage of open carry and campus carry legislation. I'm with her on this, on all of this. But at the same time, making a comment like that on open carry, Prairie Dog, open carry and open carry Texas. But making a comment like this saying that I'll read it. I did leave an Israeli flag on the reception desk in my office with instructions to staff to ask representatives from the Muslim community to renounce Islamic terrorist groups and publicly announce allegiance to America and our laws. We will see how long they stay in my office. That is asking for trouble. Now, Prairie Dog in the chat room says that maybe that's what this was all about. Headlines. Maybe. But it's the wrong kind of headlines. It's the wrong kind of